to my channel. This is Tina from Mommy's Play 2, and yes, this is my first speed build. It took me a long time to be able to do all of the editing before I could upload this video. Basically, this video is one of my first ones, and I'm just so excited about it. What I've done here is this is just basically the decorating of the home that I built. I want to call it, it's definitely like a plantation style home, and because they do live in New Orleans, well, to me, Willow Creek is considered New Orleans just because of the style of Willow Creek. And so I wanted to create a very southern style home. So this is what I came up with. And right now I'm decorating in this particular decorate speed build rather. This is the grand room, or the living room, or the sitting room, or whatever you would want to call it. But yeah, so this is the grand room, and it's just been, I just been decorating. Some of the footage you will see before the video that I did do for the home. I will include that first, okay? There will be parts of it, not the full speed build, as it kind of took a while for me to get all that together. So please bear with me. But yeah, so you will see parts of the speed build from the ground up, and then how I've gotten into actually creating the rooms. The style that I wanted to have is, I actually have a family that's going to be living in this house. Not sure if it's going to be an LP or not, but you will notice the home, and I will include this in the description as a playlist if I decide to include this in one of in my gameplay. But they live in Willow Creek, and when I create homes, it always has to have a story. Sometimes it's hard for me just to create a home and no one lives there. It's always with a purpose. And so with this particular speed build, or with this particular build of this southern home, I wanted to give you like a home for the holidays kind of feel, and I wanted it to be very kind of nostalgic type of a home where you know that whoever lives here has money. So the family that lives here, they are called the Chadwicks, and they've been living here for, you know, I would say years. Okay, it's been a lot of generations that have lived in this home, and they are very proud of who they are. They have a lot of money, as I mentioned, and they're very classic type people. And they pretty much have a lot of influence in Willow Creek. I cannot wait till Get Together comes out, because you will find that I will have the mother. She's still an adult, but she's actually heading on to being an elder soon, but don't know how, you know, how fast I will speed her up. I actually play them offline. I just started playing them offline, and I'm having so much fun with that family. But anyway, she pretty much is the matriarch of the family. She's a widow, and she is a snob. She's mean, and she takes very much pride. She takes a lot of pride in her home, so she's really neat. And she's also a mansion baron, so that's her aspiration. So you will see me having to do a bit of decoration around the home, because she requires a lot, because she likes the finer things in life. So yeah, so you'll see painting. She's definitely she's also, like, I think I'd put her as an art critic, so she's really into art appreciation, or whatever they call it in here, but she's really into the arts. So yeah, so we definitely made sure we did that part. Why does it keep doing that? Anyway, sorry about the tree and everything that's getting in the way. But right now I am decorating. I need to put more lighting. Okay, great, I did. I am decorating in this room. This is considered like kind of like a study game room. This is a place where the family can come if they want to ride, if they want to get on the computer, and also if they want to play chess. Or so I wanted this room to be a little bit kind of a quiet style room, so I didn't want to use a lot of bright colors in this room. So I tried to go with, the room to be a little bit, kind of more subtle. And I also like building modern also. I have a lot in traditional and everything else, and a little bit different, like ultra modern. But I thought that at first, when I first started playing Sims 4, I said, oh my gosh, where did they come with this god awful furniture, and like the window treatments, the drapery. At first, it was really hard for me to really like it, but after playing the Sims and really getting to know the characters that I play and creating the characters that I play, and the ones like the townies that are already in gameplay, I figured, what, this is nice because it really gets you to kind of understand how other people might live, in different, parts of the country, or whatever, if you were playing, if this is real life. So I decided to create, I tried to bring back that old nostalgia in this home, and I really had a lot of fun with it, really had a lot of fun with it. So yeah, so when I created this, I definitely had that in mind. Okay, so this is also where you will find her son. Her son, his name is Clinton Chadwick, and he is a very nice looking young man. He's a young adult, and it's just his mom and him, okay, at first. And he is social, much different than his mom, although he does still have a lot of he's still more of a snob. He's definitely a very social person. He definitely has more feeling and heart than she does. Like, you will see him, delivering turkeys or, helping people in the community, where the mother is more like snobbish, and she keeps to her own money, and so she's really much like that, and he is more giving. And so the twist to this particular LP that I haven't yet put out, but it is something that I play on the side. But what I've been kind of playing around with the family is there's a twist that happens, because Chadwick, when the LP first started, or when I first started the family, I actually first started with creating a girl, and her name is Bellamy Winslow. And she basically is a very, very pretty girl, but she's on the other side. She's not really on the other side of the track, I won't say that, but she's definitely a girl that is not his particular style. That is not the style. Their personality traits are totally different of her new husband, which I created, which is Clinton. Okay, so they are different in every single way. She's a slob, but she is very kind-hearted. And she's also, the interesting thing is, I have her she's a country girl. She's not Southern refinery. She's more of like country bumpkin. So she's like, very laid back. Her she's very socially active, just like him. And so maybe that's what brought them together. She's also very, how can I say, she's very, she'll wear her cowboy hat and her cowboy boots. She doesn't know how to set up a dinner table, and, she loves to fish. And so the thing with her is the mother is totally different than that. And her new husband, which I have him in the game, I have them married. I was kind of figuring out, do I want to have them married, or do I want to have them, unmarried? But I decided to have them married. So his mother definitely does not like her. So she's getting all this grief from her mom and trying to get along with her mom, and it's just not working out. And so, yeah, so the creation of Bellamy, the country Southern girl rather, I felt it would be a really good gameplay if I created this gentleman that is much different than her, but somehow they find a commonality with each other. So that's why I created them, and it's been so much fun. Um, excuse me. What I did find was Bellamy has a problem. Okay, Bellamy basically has just gotten married. She's just trying to get into the family life, and she finds out that that her mom's died in this horrific fire, and so well, her parents rather. And so she has to go home into another part of Willow Creek, and she has to bring back with her her young orphan sisters. One is a teenager, and one is a child. And she's going to have some difficulty because, you know, she's living with a new stepmom that she didn't know was as evil as she is. Well, not stepmom, but mother-in-law. And her husband doesn't really know that the mother is treating her badly. He will end up finding out, but not right now. And so it's going to be really interesting to see how that all plays out. But yeah, so the mother is just so, of course, Clinton's mother is not happy with all of these new Sims that have moved into the house, and how they are slobs and how they just do things in ways that she is just not used to. So it's going to be really funny and a very interesting gameplay if I decide to do it. Not very sure. I have so much in my mind that I want to do with the Sims, especially with the get together that's coming out this coming Tuesday. I am super excited. I have already pre-ordered, so as soon as I am able to, I will continue to check back on that day to see if I can open the game up. So yes, I'm really excited about that, with all the groups that we'll be able to create. And I already know the social group that I will create for the mother. Definitely I have a very you know, special group that I'm going to have the mother involved in for the local snobs in the area. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. So as you guys can see here, before I got to blabbing about the family, as you can see, I created a kitchen for them. A very, I don't know, I didn't do. Now, it's an up-to-date kitchen, okay, because they are not living back in the 1800s or the early 1900s in this home. So I did want to have some parts of the house that still kind of was still classic, but it was not totally kind of too boring, because I want to have them spend as much time in there. So as you can see, I used a little bit of new cabinetry in there, and it was not as you know, kind of old style or whatever you want to call it, or as I call it, a nostalgic look. It has more modern, up-to-date amenities in the kitchen, and I thought that was kind of better. I really didn't want to play around with some of the older features of the kitchen. I might change it around a little bit, but at this time I decided to go with more of a gourmet, kind of a modern type of, or if you don't want to call it old modern, maybe a traditional kitchen for the modern century rather. So yeah, so I created it in brown. I love that color, and this is actually from the ice cream, I think it's called Cool Stuff, I don't remember, but it's definitely the Cool Kitchen, that's what this one is called. So I got a lot of the features from the Cool Kitchen, especially the cabinetry, which I love. The Cool Kitchen reminds me a lot of the Sim, I think it was Sims 2, when we had like the romantic the romantic stuffs pack, and it had like the living room where you could kind of decorate your home to have a modern look, or it could be like, if you had money, like a luxury type thing. So I did notice that the Cool Stuff pack was sort of like that, so I definitely enjoyed that. Yeah, so this actual video includes about 1 hour of video of me decorating the house. Okay, so you'll definitely know that I'm definitely a perfectionist, because it took me quite some time to decorate the house. I'm going to try to walk through with as much as I can, but I will leave for part of the build for you all to or the decorating for you all just to kind of see for yourself. In the description box below, I will give the time frames as each room, so just in case that you want to go back and reference, if you want to see just certain parts of the video, it will take you straight to there, okay? Because I know that you might not want to watch all of it, or maybe you might want to sit back with a little music and look at the whole thing. And I will try to include some music with part of the speed build, if I'd have to cut it off at a certain point of me being able to visually talk. But oh my gosh, guys, I had so much fun building this. I also, if you notice that the tree colors are different, it's because I did include in my game the autumn mod that everyone was downloading. I definitely loved it. Definitely loved it. And as you can see, this is the pool. Well, actually, it's not a pool, but it's a pond or lake or whatever you want to call it that I actually put into the game. And the way that was done is I created. I just went into. I know I did a cheat. And the cheat was. I can put that in the description box. But it's like, I believe it was the show hidden objects cheat. And basically what I did was I created the pond from there. I found it. I just typed in pond in the search box, and then I put that in the game in the backyard. And then I also went and I looked for the fishing sign. Okay, and then I believe it gives you different types of fish that you like to have in your pond. And so then I just kind of put that in the pond, and so they can actually fish in the pond. I thought that was so cool. Therefore, you know, since Bellamy is like a nature girl, and her family, they love to fish, I thought it would be a cool idea to include that in the yard so that they can, you know, get up their fishing skill, and they can do a lot of fishing. Okay, so I did that, and so you will see me actually doing that in the speed build. Okay, now what I did mention to you is part of the speed build is a little different, because I was showing you how I put on different roofs, and I also was showing you a little bit of how I work with dormers. So you'll notice that the roof that I created in the end is a little bit different than the roof that I was showing you in the speed build, because I wanted it to have a certain look. I actually took out some of the dormers, but yeah, I was showing you how you put on dormers and how the roofing is a little bit different, or how you have to do the roof a little different if you want a squared look type pattern roof at the top. So definitely wanted to show you guys that. So yeah, right now I am creating the living room. Well, not the living room, sorry. This is the dining room for the family. In the dining room, I wanted to have, as I was telling you, a very nostalgic look. A room that would be like kind of like a home for the holidays look. And so that's why I created the room to have the large tables, and it's going to have the real dramatic drapery, and it's going to have like a buffet table. So yeah, I really enjoyed creating this home. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to continue with building, and I'm going to let you all take a look at the decorating rather, and I hope you enjoy my first build. Well, actually, this is not my first build. This is not my first build, because I do have one that I did in Newcrest, but this is my second build. And what I really want to do is I want to actually be able to continuously create these builds on a weekly basis. I'm going to put a schedule out. I've been saying this and I haven't done yet, but I'm going to put a schedule out as to when I do my builds. I do want to get into a bit of tutorials with you guys, and then if you have any questions or if there's anything that you would like me to do, if I can do it, I will definitely, do a tutorial on it as well. With just like decorating tips, how to build things, especially with the new expansion pack that's coming out, Get Together. I'm definitely going to be, interested in seeing what the new things that they might have put in the build mode for us to do, which is I'm just so super excited about. But yeah, so that's my plan, is to really start doing more builds, and if it's not tutorials, just from you watching me do the decorating and the building, maybe you can pick up on some things that you might like in your game, as I've kind of done myself with others that I said, oh, that's a nice idea, and it's helped me a lot as a builder and as a simmer. Right here, as you can tell, I was trying to put in a bar, but it didn't seem to work out that way, so I wasn't able to include it. And I did say that I was going to conclude this, so I'm going to go ahead and conclude it. There will be music now, so that it will be a little bit for something for you to listen to while you watch me decorate my plantation style home. And I hope you guys enjoy it, and please like, comment, and subscribe. See you later. Bye.